Africa's AI revolution is gaining momentum, and with the launch of the Africa AI Council spearheaded by Smart Africa, which is a Pan-African initiative, the continent is taking major steps toward harnessing artificial intelligence for economic and social development. Joining us to discuss what this means for Africa is Martins Amiegbe, a digital transformation consultant. And we'll be looking at the role of policy in shaping innovation and what Africa needs to do to remain competitive in the global AI space. Thank you so much, Martins Amiegbe, digital transformation consultant. It's a pleasure to have you join us on Tech Trends.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here as well.
Well, to kickstart this conversation, right, we keep talking about how artificial intelligence is here to transform the world, our lives, our businesses, and even industries, right? But let's begin with challenges. We almost never put enough emphasis on the challenges. What are the biggest obstacles preventing the widespread adoption of AI across Africa?
Thank you. Very pertinent question you've asked there. Africa per se, we don't really have the infrastructure. We have not really embraced tech that much, but I'm glad that so far so good. There are some things I know this government, they are doing in line with tech. I know the digital transformation, digital economy. There's a minister for digital economy and all that. So I saw him reeling out a lot of things that Nigeria wants to do concerning. I just believe that if those things that is saying, the collaborations with partnership with several foreign companies, entities, if they are done, we'll be where we are supposed to be.
Right, and well, Nigeria is among the countries, trying to take charge in this AI ecosystem. But you'd agree with me that AI regulations vary globally.
Yeah.
Should Africa align with international AI regulations or policies, or should it develop its own unique regulatory framework?
You see, most times when a regulatory framework is global, and when the technology is not actually designed by you, you must be working in tandem with what has been put in place before. You understand? It's not that we cannot have our regulatory frameworks, but what you're talking about is you're talking about like 5% changes that you can have here and there concerning your own environment. There are some things that might vary in your own circumstance, but generally you embrace what is accepted globally. So we don't really need to start forming new policies and all. It's just to be able to work with what is there already, since we are in a global world.
Smart Africa is a Pan-African initiative launched in 2013 to accelerate sustainable socio-economic development through ICT and digital transformation. Now, this is an alliance that currently, includes 39 countries in Africa, and with the launch of the Africa AI Council to drive AI adoption and innovation across the continent. How does this initiative differ from other AI-related frameworks or efforts in Africa? Because different African countries are coming up. For example, Nigeria has come up with our own national AI strategy, and there are also other government-related initiatives to AI. So how is the council different from all this that the countries have developed individually?
What they are trying to achieve in this AI council is that they are bringing a number of countries, agencies, companies together. Now, like that's what I was talking about. We have some giants in tech that have had monopoly for too long. In line with what you were saying before, I'm not saying you are dragging. I just use that word. I understand what you were saying. You need collaborations
of course,
at serious level, and you need a lot of funds
Mm-hmm.
that a number of countries in Africa have. So if they come up, join this initiative, it will really help Africa, and we can be calling the shots in a number of areas when it comes to tech generally. Now, AI has several levels of maturity. Now, for instance, the first level is awareness. The second one is when you are active. When you get to the third level, we say operational. And at the fourth level, we say it's systemic. And at the fifth level, which is the highest level that we have a lot of countries overseas at now, is transformational. I will say Nigeria is still at level 2. We have not really gone into the operational, because at that level we are using machine learning and all other AI-based models to implement a lot of things in the workplace. So for instance, I mentioned DeepSeek. You are aware.
Mm-hmm.
And for instance, you might have started using some generative AI like ChatGPT and all that. Okay. Now, the next phase that I'm talking about, the active phase, is when you are using it for a lot of things. When it now becomes operational, it's what has been adapted all over an organization like this. That is AI that is put to use in a lot of things. So Nigeria generally, I will say we are maximum at the active level, the second phase. So what they are trying to achieve now is bring a lot of people together and see how they can build that to make sure we get to the fifth level of AI maturity, which is the transformational level, where we as Nigerians, like you are saying, would have been able to churn out solutions that can be sold to the entire world.
All right, time is not on our side, so in like 1 minute, please.
Yep.
Like you said, they have different levels of AI maturity, and you've said that Nigeria is on the second stage,
Yeah.
right? But which also attests to the fact that different African countries are on varying levels of AI
Yes.
readiness. How do you think the council can address that fact?
Yes, the level, by the collaboration that they are doing now, crying to government and all. I thank God that we have, like in Nigeria, I have a Minister of Digital Transformation, Digital Economy, rather.
Communications, innovation, and digital
Yeah,
economy.
innovation, yes, and that is very sound. So I see him actually catching into whatever they are bringing to the fore. Once it is embraced, I'm believing that laws will be churned out and all that to address that, and we'll get to that level. But it's not a journey that you achieve in a day.
Of course.
It's a long-term project.
Most definitely, yeah. And like you said, Minister is there, being at the forefront of ensuring that Nigeria takes advantage of all these technologies, to have a digital economy.
Yeah.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you join us on Tech Trends. Martins Amiebe, Digital Transformation Consultant. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.